Hello everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So this week we are working on another Project Life spread for week 43, which was this past week. And yeah, I had a super spooky, fun Halloween themed week. And I hope that everyone is enjoying this spooky time and are doing some fun activities. Now's the time for me. I'm trying to soak it all in and take full advantage of being at home more and getting to try to do some of the things that I love to do, even though they're mostly just little small things at home. So at this point, the majority of everything that I use this week are the In a Creative Bubble printables for this past month. There was, I think, two kind of like autumn ones that came out. One was definitely Halloween themed, which are the majority of the cards. And I did pull out one of the autumn themed cards, which was the I'm so glad to live in a world where there are Octobers, which is one of my favorite quotes, but I do not use that card. So here I am fiddling, and this video was honestly hard to edit because I moved these cards around so much, which is very unusual for me. But the thing was that I felt like a lot of these cards were very busy and I just couldn't get them in the right spot. So I do struggle several times throughout this video, but I tried to cut out the most annoying parts. So hopefully this video turns out okay to watch. But this is the general idea of what I'm going for here. I do change the title card more than once, but at this point I'm just looking through the Hey Pumpkin ephemera pack, which I also use in the past couple of videos that I did because I am trying to use up some of this Hey Pumpkin line that I have left over from last year. And since I decided not to do a October daily or any kind of mini album for October this year, I'm just trying to use as many of those little embellishments that I can during the month. So once again, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do for the title card. I love that little haunted house card that I did have, but I just didn't feel like it went that well with the blue, and I'm going to save it, I believe, for next week. So I do kind of get a few embellishments and things going on the title card, but I change it completely as we go. So I do cut a lot of that out. So I will once again just kind of narrate it for you. But here I am just getting some of my trusty supplies ready. You gotta have them. And then I'm going to get rolling. So I believe that the first thing I do is I grab my little Dymo label maker. And this is just one of the old school ones with the tape inside. I just have black tape, and I decided to write out my week 43 using the label maker this week. So I do love using this. I used to use it in my older scrapbooks all the time, but it's not something that I pull out that often. So I do like it for the kind of Halloween, just classic type. So I am going to work on my date stamping for this week. And you know what's funny is now that I'm looking at my page, I realize that this week started with October the 19th, not the 18th. So I did stamp it incorrectly, but So there, that one just got all kind of jumbled. So I decided to just redo it and stamp it where you could actually read it. Once again, I'm a day off, but you know, I don't even think I'll change it. I mean, at the end of the day, I will definitely be able to figure out the dates. So as you can see, if you look in the top left corner where I did the week, you can see that I had put a few embellishments together. The reason why I didn't keep it in this video is because I do completely change that card. So just kind of ignore it for the time being. So this card was also in the In a Creative Bubble printables, and it says stories of this season. And I decided it would be kind of fun to put in a few of the Halloween movies that I've been watching over the past week. I've had a lot of fun kind of like reliving those nostalgic memories of childhood, which is one of my favorite things to do. And I love watching scary childhood scariness without actually being too scared, because I am kind of a scaredy cat. So 3 of the things that I watched over this week was Hocus Pocus, Goosebumps, The Haunted Mask, which was so fun, and the classic Mary-Kate and Ashley movie, Double Double Toil and Trouble. So that was just really fun watching some of those and reliving some of those childhood memories, because I do have a lot of memories attached with all three of these movies. And I've been really trying to spend a lot of my free time, or like whenever I'm crafting or things like that, watching some of these movies. And it's really put me in a really fun, spooky mood. So it's been great. So here I am. I go back over to this title card. And like I said, I had added several things, but I cut it out because I end up not even using this card. So at this point, I'm really not happy with the card so far. I don't know why. I just felt like it was very like with the white background, and I just felt like I just plopped like little things on there, and I just really wasn't feeling it. So I know that I need to change it up. So at this point, I pull out that haunted house um, piece, and I thought, you know what, I kind of like that. So I'm kind of just testing the waters here and trying to change a few of my things and add it onto the haunted house and see if I can make that work out. So of course I had stapled everything down. You know, I don't ever try anything out really. I'm just a very big, like, immediately I glue it down, immediately I staple it down, and then a lot of times I'm kicking myself later and I'm like, why did I do that? I should have kind of tested it out first. But I am going to go with the haunted house at this point. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can reuse the majority of that stuff. And don't worry, I do off camera cut out the Hey Pumpkin tag that I'd already adhered down, and it is completely fine, and I will be able to use it later if I want to. So I just cut out another little 3x4 card out of the Hey Pumpkin, one of the pattern papers, and I'm adhering down this haunted house, which I thought was cute. You know, a lot of my week was spent at home, of course, so I thought that the little haunted house was appropriate. I tried out a few of the stickers, but that one I didn't want it to get too busy, and for some reason I just felt like this layout in particular, some of the pictures are busy. There's a lot of like random colors, and I did struggle quite a bit with trying to make all of this work together. So once again, I had stapled down some of the little sequins, so I try to pull those up and staple a sequins on. I think I might add maybe a sticker or so to that title card, but mostly it is completed. So here I'm moving on to this picture of me with my mask on, and this is me at my desk at work. I snapped this picture on my lunch break this week whenever I went in. So I have been going in on Fridays. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but not every Friday, but some Fridays I have been going in to help out with my team. We do a lot of printing at work, and you know, we do have to go in for our job. So I did go in this Friday, and I snapped that picture because I knew that I was going to want to talk about my office reopening and me staying at home and all of those kind of things. So I love that card right next to it, the Creep It Real card. I love how In a Creative Bubble does very like themed cards, but they will also kind of have a fun twist with COVID, which, you know, I really feel like for my scrapbooking, I love to incorporate, you know, really what's happening right now. And the little pumpkin with the mask is just perfect to me. So, yeah, so I knew I wanted to put that picture of me with the mask on beside that. So I did have this one extra picture floating around, and it is of my TV with Hocus Pocus playing on it. But since I have the picture of the movie poster of Hocus Pocus at the bottom, I didn't really think I needed to put that TV, but I do like the picture. So you'll notice me a few times really trying to fit that picture into the spread, but it just never happens. So this is just a cute photo of our puppies. So one of our dogs, Greta, she is now 11 years old, and she actually lives at my parents' house. But like I've stated before, they are our neighbors. So this weekend, my mom, who is in the top picture with me, and Greta, who's also in the top picture, they came over for a fun movie night where we watched Hocus Pocus and ate pizza, and we just had a fun girly night, and it was just really great. I love spending time with my mom, and she is always down to do all kinds of fun holiday things with me. So I definitely wanted to snap a few pictures of Greta because she is my original firstborn baby, but I don't see her as much because she doesn't live like in my home all the time. So here I'm using this Spooky Times printable card, and I wanted to do a little journaling about me and my mom hanging out this weekend. Well, we text a lot back and forth, and we love our Bitmojis, and we always dress them in whatever is going on at the moment. So right now, mine is a skeleton, and my mom's is a pumpkin, as you can see. So I really wanted to use those on this card. And although I do think that they're really cute, don't get too attached because by the end I do pull them off. I just felt like once again it got a little too busy, but I will save those and put them in my little memory planner so they won't go to waste. And now they're in my memory planner. They're safe and sound. But I just felt like for this, I just ended up not liking it. So here I am just doing a little bit of journaling just about our night, like I said. So once again, yeah, I love it when we have all the doggies just passed out. They were all just snoring so loud, no joke, having a great time while we watched Hocus Pocus. And I hadn't really sat down and like watched Hocus Pocus in years, and it was just really fun. So we had a great night, and we got delicious pizza from Papa John's at the top picture. So we had fun munching on that. And I believe here, so this card felt a little like very white, so I was trying to add something to the bottom to make it a little more anchored at the bottom, but all of those ephemera pieces are huge. So I was kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So this is just a cut apart sheet from the Hey Pumpkin collection. So I thought about using that little eek design, but I end up using this little polka dot, and I just freehand a quick little banner and add it to the bottom. And I think I add one of the sequins as well. And that just kind of, I thought, anchored it a little bit to the bottom. And I don't know, just made it look a little better to me. So here I'm just doing a little journaling. I did speed this up a lot, but I'm just doing a little journaling about how the office where I work is reopening, but how I'm just so thankful for them and the fact that they really are taking their employees' feelings into consideration, and that my boss really has impressed me a lot with that as well. And it doesn't go unnoticed, and it's really makes me feel like I'm valued whenever I know that if I have a concern, they are taking it seriously. So I will be staying at home, which I'm very appreciative of. So at this point, I am just fiddling, y'all. I can't figure out where I want these cards to go. And I cut out a lot of this, and this isn't something I normally do. So at this point, I decide I don't like the little Bitmojis on there. I just think it looks better just being more simplistic without that extra color. And saying that, I do actually add another one of these little banners to that journaling card as well. But I just, all in all, just think that it looks a lot better without the Bitmojis. But I do like to record things like the little Bitmojis and stuff, because me and my mom, we do send those all the time, and they remind me of her, so I added them to my cute little memory planner, and I'm still able to document them. So besides that, this is nearing the end, but I'm still just kind of trying to figure things out, because I have now added these little sequins on several pictures, and I don't want the sequins to be right beside each other. But the Creep It Real card and the mask card kind of go together. So I'm struggling a bit. So I try to, move the cards around a little bit, but I end up mostly putting them back where I had them, and I just decide to remove the sequins, which is once again stapled on. You got it. So I decided to remove the sequin from this card, and I do think I add a different little embellishment to cover up the little boo-boo of where the sequins was. But now there's only 3 sequins, so you kind of have that triangle, and 4 was just too many. So I think that this looks a lot better. I added a few puffy stickers from the Hey Pumpkin collection, as you can see, and then I'm just going to add them back into the pocket, so I must be nearing the end. I even think at this point, yep, I decided to switch those two. So this is just one of those weeks. But this was a great week, a great festively spooky week, and we have one more full week of October and Halloween that falls on a Saturday. So I hope everyone has a great week ahead. Here I just show you a little up close. A lot of dogs this week, a lot of Halloween fun. So please give me a like, please subscribe, leave a comment. Thanks, guys. Bye.